Right, guys, we're now live, and all I can say is it's great to be back after having a nice, much-deserved 2-week break after uni finally finished. So, yeah, I'm joined with Gerard and Abby Cat. So, we're
Yeah.
going to discuss,
Right.
we're going to discuss general Brexit news, and it was, as you can see from the title, it's David Davis, whether he'd resign, because I've seen on Twitter him and May have sort of knocked heads at the moment. So, I don't know what's going to happen about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna toss out the Hangouts link. If you want to join, I'll toss it out in the side chat quickly. So yeah, what do you guys think about the general state of things when it comes to Brexit? I think it's a clusterfuck. That's all I can say.
Do you want to go, Gerard?
It's sort of always been a clusterfuck, but what I think is interesting is that I'm not too sure on if anything's changed or not.
Oh,
But
nothing has changed.
But I think it was David Davis threatening to resign this morning if he didn't
Oh
get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was this something to do with the border or something?
Yeah, it's because like May wouldn't accept his border backstop plan.
Yeah, it's the dates, isn't it?
Yeah,
The date.
And then it's the date, and also it's the DUP. It's like every time haven't they tried the Irish border like 3 times already, and the DUP have always said no.
Well, you listen to Jacob Rees-Mogg, and there's absolutely no reason we need a border.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, it's not so much about the EU. It's between us and Nia Varadkar, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah.
But he's trying to play politics, isn't he?
Yeah, he's trying to make it so difficult because he wants to get Ireland over to the EU.
Yeah.
When we leave. And also, he just wants to make it totally difficult, doesn't he?
But he's a pro-EU, isn't he? He's sort of like David Cameron type, so...
Yeah.
Brexit negotiation going so well, not... Yeah, I agree, James. If you want to join, then you can follow the link, obviously. So, yeah.
The trouble is when you see headlines like David Davis says he's going to resign, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and you don't know how
much of things in like The Independent, don't you?
Yeah. Is it just hype, you know?
Yeah. I'm just...
You don't know, do you?
I'm on BBC, nothing to do with Brexit, but House of Fraser are going to close 31 stores, so...
they didn't mention Exeter.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have a look. This is... I have a store close to uni, actually. I think in one in Walsall, too, actually.
Yeah, we've got one, but really only does clothes and makeup and...
Yeah, I've walked past it a lot, actually. So 31 stores. Live reaction. If the plan is approved, 2,000 House of Fraser jobs will go along with 4,000 brands and concession roles. Let's have a look. Stores identified by Crocher. Oh, Birmingham. So that's my store's closing.
Oh.
Wait, where's this list?
BBC.
You would think that would be one of the biggest stores, you know, in a big city, Birmingham.
Yeah.
Has it got Exeter down there?
Yeah. Exeter. I don't think so. I'll just share it quickly.
Right.
Well, mine's isn't here, so...
can you see that? The House of Fraser stores identified for closure. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't say Exeter.
Oh, okay. So...
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's got a restaurant.
It's quite close to my uni. I'm not... Well, there might be multiple. I don't know.
Yeah. So, there's a restaurant at the top of ours that always seems to be fairly full, but...
Yeah.
And the ladies go and do their shopping. Yeah.
So maybe that's why it's maybe that's what's keeping it going. I don't know.
Well, I'd say that would be the biggest sort of draw there.
For months, acting half its stores is a drastic attempt to leave the business and collapse. But that's what the thing that okay. Profits and losses before taxes. Oh, that's loss as well. But then again, that's the high street shopping's dying out because obviously online is taking over, isn't it?
Yeah, I think House of Fraser though, like the clothes they have in there are more like Barber and Jaeger and things like that, that there's quite a few well-off people around here that would probably go in there and do their shopping, and you wouldn't really buy something like a Jaeger dress online, I wouldn't have thought. They're a bit more the pricier end of, not super expensive, but they're what middle class women would probably go and buy.
Oh, hashtag angels.
Yeah.
Hashtag team centrist. Someone mentioned Jaeger. Oh, shot. Oh, no, we didn't. Did we? I'm not sure, but yeah, they love talking about shots, don't they? Because every time we mention FBPE, they always have their shots, don't they?
Yeah. Yes. I can't believe that crowd is still going without somebody actually disposing of them.
Yeah, FBPE shot time. Oh yeah, the gender atypical guy that I told you about, he's going off on these FBP people. So it's quite good actually.
Wait, gender atypical? What?
Gender atypical. No, he's just he's a pro Brexit guy, just going off on FBP and sort of giving them facts, if you will.
Yeah, he did a really good stream on Femi.
Yeah, the good tweet.
Yeah, because I
train basically, yeah.
Yeah, I put an answer to it. And I mean, I've only got 12 likes, but it's been looked at about 600 times.
Yeah. I might join in about 15 minutes, just waiting for the bus. All right, James.
Who's that?
James, yeah. Shafted, you live the dream while I live the nightmare. Oh, Shafted, stop talking down to yourself. That's not good. He always talks down to himself. I feel sorry for him. Shafted, we love you, so there's no need to do that. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. David Davis. What do you guys think is going to happen? Now going on to that subject. What do you guys think is going to happen?
What I'd like, I'd like David Davis to take over as PM. Jacob Rees-Mogg to step in as Brexit.
Yeah, but my worry, I'm not sure about this, but I'm just worried about, workers' rights and all that. I'm just a bit, but that's my only thing about Brexit when it comes to Mogg. But
yeah, I don't know that he would actually go for getting rid of workers' rights. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as the sort. I know, although he's an aristocrat, as that, he's not a particularly sort of oppressive person, is he?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought it was in his nature, particularly to try, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if David Davis stood down and nothing happened to May, who do you think go?
Probably Boris will go because it's them two, isn't it?
Yeah, but they couldn't put. No, but I mean, say May stays there as PM, who would she appoint in David Davis' place? I can't see her appointing Boris.
Oh, no. But he's an opportunist, isn't he, though? He's not really a Brexiter as such.
No, but would she appoint Gove in David Davis' place as being...
Yeah, I just find it hilarious to watch Mogg become Brexit negotiator and all the centrists within the Tory party.
Well, that's it. I would absolutely love it, just because they go into a flat spin.
Yeah. But then Mogg, he'd literally tell them to sod off and walk away. That's what he'd do.
Yeah, well, that's what I'd like.
Yeah, same here.
I think we've got to that stage that would be by far the best, and any disadvantage are going to be outweighed by all the shilly-shallying that's going to work to our disadvantage anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Adam West says they'll kick Brexit into long grass. That's what they're doing, let's be honest. If he does,
well, that's what they're hoping to do, aren't they?
No, I mean, they're all globalist shills, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, neoliberal shills, and I hate a lot of them.
Yeah, but do you think it's going to happen?
Might do. Might. I have 30% chance Brexit might not happen. Well, I'm just.
No, I don't mean Brexit. I meant David Davis leaving.
I'm not sure. I mean, how far has it gone with the Irish border and all that? I'm 50-50. I don't know. I'm a bit either way.
Yeah, I don't really know what's gonna.
Can't you just get rid of the useless lot of them? David Davis can take Fox and bloody Clan Boris with them. The thing is, Angels. I sort of like Davis though. I actually like him, but
Yeah, I do.
I like to just get rid of the useless lot of them.
How did I know it was Angels who said that before you even said the name?
I know. Well, it's par for the course, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I like Davis on like civil liberties and stuff like that. I like him on that. But I think it was George who was saying in the bullet chat that he could do well in an election if he ran on that.
Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah. I just think some of his viewpoints on certain things, James, and like civil liberties and that sort of thing, and also the fact that he, at the start of it anyway, when he became negotiator, I thought that he could do well, but as we've seen, with how May and all those people have treated Brexit, I think he's sort of held down, if you will, by both sides.
Yeah, I think that's been his problem, is that he's not been able to do his job, has he?
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
Which isn't his fault.
I like him. I think he could actually do a decent job, but I mean, Angels and James would disagree with me, but you see, the thing is, due to circumstances, he's useless because he's circumstances, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if we had Davis and Gove, Mogg back in the map, the other ones that are pro-Brexit, they could have actually done a really decent job about it, even with May there, because I think she would probably have gone along with a whole team of Brexiteers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But with May, isn't it a 50-50 split in the cabinet, pretty much, with Remainers and Leavers?
Yeah, well, I think that's the trouble, isn't it?
He couldn't run a Bath, never mind negotiating with the EU. No, it's not. I wouldn't say that about Davis. I'd say that about May, to be honest. I'd say more of that about May.
Yeah, exactly.
Luke says,
I think he actually gets on well with them.
Which is a disgrace for him. No, they don't actually. It's see, Corbyn. How should I say this? Well, Labour wants to keep in the single market, but Corbyn has toned it down as much as he can, which sort of similar, but he's toned it down, if you will. So,
yeah, he's basically gone as quiet as a.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I think, what Cameron says. The Blairites are doing as much as they can to sabotage Brexit, but Corbyn is acting as much as a brake to it, if you will. But they're doing their best so they can be sabotaging it, aren't they?
Yeah, that is it. That's what they want to do,
Wave
isn't
the
it?
Union Jack proudly, Luke. Oh, Luke, if you want to join the chat, then feel free. We need another cat in here, so.
Yeah. Yeah, my cat's getting lonely.
Yeah. What's she up to right now, by the way? Is she listening in? Or?
No, she's outside, laying on the thing, watching the birds.
Yeah. Because you shared that picture with her looking at the squirrel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Intently at the squirrel.
Yeah, sitting under the thing. Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen videos where cats, they can actually jump really high. So I think she could probably get it.
She could if she really wanted to, I think. But I think it's like when we had the ducklings and the mother duck, she actually quite enjoys sort of other things around. So
she's like sort of compassionate towards other animals, if you will.
Yeah, she likes to look at them. Wouldn't stop her eating a mouse if she actually got around.
So you told me she likes tinned meat or something, right, at the moment, I think.
No, she likes turkey
hello,
mince.
everybody.
Hi, Luke.
Hello.
Cat number 2.
Yeah, well said. That's exactly what they are trying to do.
Yeah, trying to back an amendment to keep us in the single market.
Yeah. Well, that's what it looks like. Well, I had a look at this, Luke, and apparently Corbyn, he's acted as a brake on it because majority of MPs would actually back us staying in the full EEA, but he said no, so that's the closest they can get. And Corbyn he's actually he's not like telling them outright to not vote for it, but he's not willing them to vote for it. So I think Corbyn is trying to, straddle the line between Leavers and Remainers as best he can. To be fair, but it's the Blairites, isn't it, doing all these bullshit amendments?
Yeah. Well, Cameron thinks Corbyn's doing it to bring down the government, so we'll get a Labour government.
I think that could be. There could be a bit to that, actually. I think. But
yeah.
Both sides are just. What can I say? Both sides.
And by the way, Theresa May is not even a Conservative. No way, she's Conservative. She's not even Conservative.
She's a neoliberal shill, though, isn't she?
She was part of the Liberal Party once.
Really?
Yeah,
Theresa May?
she was.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right then.
Yeah.
Right then, the Remainers arrived. The
Remainers. You're outnumbered 4-1.
I don't care. I'd take you all on.
Come on, take us on then.
Jesus Christ! Somebody said
have you got anything new though?
No, right. You know what? Like with this David Davis thing, I think James is right. I think it's empty threats just to try and get his own way.
David Davis should go because he's not done anything.
He's fucking useless. I mean, I cannot understand this thing where people go, oh yeah, clearly they're going swimmingly. It's wonderful. What a great department.
David
That's the thing I can say.
He's bloody awful. They all
but the
are.
thing is, he's being held down with the weakest link for his party. That's what I'm trying to say. All the party are awful. Don't just pin it on him.
Yeah,
they're dragging him down, Angels. They're dragging him down. So
yeah.
I'll blame it on all those fake Conservatives inside the Tory party.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there might be an element of truth to that, but that still doesn't mean he's like effective or efficient or fucking doing his job. So get rid.
Can he?
Get someone.
Because
Angels, if he goes, I want.
That's why he's not doing his.
If he goes out, Mogger's negotiator.
Yeah, Jake Lee's tomorrow.
I mean, whatever. But I mean, surely anything's better than this. And no wonder they keep fucking Dr. Fox buried. He's about as much use as a chocolate fire guard as well.
David Davis is not even pro-Brexit. I think he's anti-Brexit.
But he campaigned for Leave, didn't he? Grassroots out.
Yeah.
He was always.
He's screwing over the British public.
His record, he's always a Eurosceptic, though, which I think he is a Leaver, but it's just his party. He has to put together both sides.
I will say he's done a very shitty job at trying to get himself at the EU. He's done a real bad job.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think Boris is a Leaver, if I'm honest.
No,
I think he's just a total opportunist.
Didn't he write two articles for Remain, one for Leave, wasn't it? Didn't he write two of them?
Yeah, he covered all bases just for whatever he thought would advance him.
Boris and Gove are opportunistic twats, I'll just say that much.
Oh, Boris Johnson, he's an idiot, don't like him.
He's a twat. But the thing is, people still vote for him because of the comedy factor, isn't it? That's what gets me, you know.
Well, because he comes over as a nice guy. I think that's,
he's a bit aggressive though. That's the thing. It's a bit aggressive.
I think people are seeing through the Boris clown shit now, though. Actually, I think he's much more toxic now than he was.
He's a joke.
Yeah.
I long questioned Boris even before the referendum shaft. It says. The Tories are a bunch of morons on this. Well, they are. They are.
But the Conservative Party, they're not Conservative at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, but I think what needs to happen is they need to get rid of all the Remainers in the party, shove them in a corner, and let the Brexiteers get on with it.
Yeah. Did you hear about the Blairites saying they'd all resign? All I can say is they can go and fuck off.
Well, exactly. Blairites, go now.
Yeah. Fuck off, Blairites.
Yeah, but then you'd be stuck with a minority because there are tiny minority Brexiters. That's what you're forgetting.
No, I'm not talking about Brexit. I'm talking about Labour in general. Because
Brexiteer people are tiny majority in the country.
Well, I mean, you can give it a go, but it's not going to work. But I mean, the whole thing is right. It's that the majority of parliamentarians are Remainers, whether you guys like it or not. So
again, that doesn't represent Britain.
But the majority of the people are Leavers.
Oh, fuck that! Look,
they should represent Britain.
With what you're faced with.
People,
so
not doing what they want.
Yeah, but what you prefer or would like isn't reality. It's not what you're facing. Why can't you guys see this? Like, this was always going to happen.
True.
This was always going to happen.
The government, they're in They're not even listening to the
Yeah,
British
but
people.
Angels, why should we vote Remain if we're just thinking that's going to happen?
Yeah,
Like, we
and the
vote
British
Leave unconscious
government
anyway.
respect that.
Yeah.
They should respect the
Well
vote.
done.
Yeah.
But you're still faced with what you're faced with. That's my point.
Yes, I know, but I'd still vote Leave.
Yeah,
you know?
me
but-
too.
Yeah,
And
so
I
would
always
I.
vote Leave.
It really matters very little because at the end of the day, you're faced with what you're faced with.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, you're not.
Hi, James.
Good afternoon, all.
Why can I hear wind? Why can I hear wind? in the
Because I
background?
am currently outside enjoying the fine
Alright.
summer's afternoon.
All right. Oh, it's
Uh,
nice to meet you, actually.
So I thought I'd add my 2p in with regarding Mr. David Davis and the absolute utter clown that he is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It is like the thing that baffles me is like every few weeks he did it over like the Damien Green stuff when he was like
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah right. So he said I will resign if he has to be, if he's sacked,
And then he didn't.
and then he didn't, and then he said I'll resign if we don't get a deal by a certain time, and then he didn't.
Yeah.
And then I will resign if we have to pay a divorce bill. Then he didn't.
And then he did. He's a fucking idiot. Like
We're going to get a bad deal anyway. It's just going to happen. We're going to get a bad deal.
Oh yeah,
Then-
like you're
but then if
faced with what you're
Parliament
faced with.
voted down, we get no deal, basically.
And also the British public, and also we should be given a vote whether we want a bad deal or no deal.
That's why I believe in a second. Well, not a second ref, but a vote on the deal. I believe.
Yeah,
Two
because I don't want.
Two options.
Yeah.
No, not three.
Yeah.
Two. Because we've decided on the direction we're going in. Now we have to decide on how we're going to do it.
And people have the
deal or
right to
bad deal.
change their minds if it turns out to be the pig's ear that it is.
No, they don't. What they get to say is if it's no deal, that we still walk.
And what
We
happens?
walk away from the EU and we
What
break away
happens
from them
if
completely.
people can see reality and can actually see that it's a fucking mess? Because
Well,
nobody,
Well,
the British
people
don't,
in
they're
the
not
street
even living
don't.
in reality.
people
They
in the
don't.
street don't think it's a mess.
No, I think it's only people on here that are Remainers in,
Right, well, I
the sort of political
completely
world.
disagree because even if you were Stevie Wonder, you could fucking see how badly it's
Oh yeah, and what
going.
about the Lib
Again,
Dems?
like-
They don't even want Brexit. They're talking about the Lib Dems. They don't want Brexit. They don't even care.
The only
No, they don't care what happens to us as long as they stay
Yeah.
in.
So basically, the Lib Dems are a bunch of useless people.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, I can't understand how it's not painfully obvious how badly it's going. Like I don't how can you not? I don't care if you're the strongest Brexiter on earth. It's blindingly obvious.
Yeah.
But Luke, can I just pull you up on that question? You just said that the Lib Dems are totally useless.
Yeah.
You can have that. No, you
Jack,
can have that
Jack,
opinion.
point in the slide chat. Notice how the two Remainers here desperately wanted gone. It's no accident.
I don't think it's an accident. It's nothing
Funny
about
that,
being
yeah.
deliberate or an accident. He is a fucking clown. He should just go. Take the
Yeah,
others
Boris
with him.
Johnson needs to be replaced with someone that actually can do their job properly.
Well, I mean, who can though? I mean,
Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Yes.
Small can do it, but
Exactly.
I can tell you there's no way to make
yeah,
sure
but
they
he's
appoint him.
also he is a very polarizing character within the party himself, isn't he as well? So
The problem with
Well,
having
polarisation isn't a bad thing sometimes. We need a bit more
You
of
need,
it.
you need someone to say, all right, we need to get on with it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
yeah, but
exactly.
that's just it's like socialism. It sounds good on paper, but in reality, it
doesn't
isn't.
work.
exactly.
It's like
It's worked in the past. Thatcher was a totalitarian.
Totalitarian, yeah. Authoritarian.
Yeah, authoritarian stuff.
And we mightn't have liked her.
Yeah,
What
but
she
that's the thing.
did,
That's
but
the
it
thing.
worked.
Authoritarian governments like Hitler and Stalin, you might not like them, but at least they got shit done.
Yeah, exactly.
killing
That is it.
millions of Jews.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like slaughtering and murdering tons of Jews. Yeah,
Oh,
that's wonderful.
No, but otherwise we
I
sit
mean,
on
like,
the fence.
generally, I didn't, not in that sense, Angels, but like, they do get stuff done, like, even if it's good or bad, I'm just saying.
Oh my.
Yeah. And you need somebody that will actually do things, not just sit there saying, oh, well, if we just stay here, everything's beautiful.
Yeah, we just, drag it out as long as we can.
The thing is, was this not always predictable? And like people are turning around and being like, "Oh my god, it's so surprising that it's a fucking shambles." Well, not really.
The EU is a flipping shambles anyway. The EU
I mean,
is a
look
shambles.
at
and getting
Italy. Look at Italy. What's going to happen there?
And you not know that the EU is on the brink of collapse.
I hope it collapses soon, to be fair.
Yeah. And
I'd celebrate. I'd celebrate.
Come, and I'm waiting for
I just can't believe how blinkered you guys are. This was always going to happen all along. Always. Like there was no option of a hard Brexit. There's no majority for it in Parliament, let alone anywhere else.
The only reason it hasn't happened is because the Remainers
don't represent British people anyway.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Most people in Parliament are careerists, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't really care about what British people want.
And they're in the pay of people like
Zora. Exactly. A lot of them didn't want the referendum. Like, why we put this on the people? We'll do what we want.
Yeah, they don't want to spoil their little gravy train. That's what it is.
Yeah, most of the British MPs are completely not in line with the British people whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree.
Totally. 2 minutes.
Yeah. Jack James says, I laugh at how transparent the Liberals are.
Be back soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Cameron's joined. Hello, Cameron.
Hi, Cameron.
Oh.
Hello. Hi there.
The thing is, though, in Parliament, obviously, as we know, is whether it's reflective or not of the British people, we all have known all along that it's stuffed full of Remainers compared to Brexiters, right?
Yeah.
Brexiters make up, I mean, how many would you say? Less than 100, right?
Yeah,
out of 600 and odd MPs. That is a tiny minority. And so just by default, you can just do the bloody maths. This was always going to actually happen. And people go, oh, well, then let's deselect them. Let's get rid of them. Well, all right, do it then. I don't see that happening so far. You still get the same MPs voted back in as you did in 2017. So, what's the problem?
That's because
I don't think it helps the way we elect our MPs to Parliament using first past the post. That's a major problem.
Yeah. And also without mandatory re-selection as well.
Yeah, they should have mandatory re-selection every election.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm a supporter of voting reform because I do feel like our system is really archaic. Like I do think it's really stuck in the past. And obviously, as I said before, people go, "Oh yeah, but Angels, you'd hate it because UKIP would get a load more seats." And I said, "Well, I wouldn't care because at least, like, whether I like it or not, I just have to swallow it and say, well, look." People voted for you. People voted for UKIP.
Yeah, they were in 2015. They're the third largest party in vote share.
Yes. So I just have to swallow that and put up with it. But at least in theory, it would be more like representative proportionally, party wise.
Yeah, it would.
To what people voted for.
Yeah, but then you'll get the Eurosceptic left wing splitting off, then the centrists,
and the right wing
Remains splitting off, and the same with the Tories, the right wing Eurosceptic, and then the centrists Remain, wouldn't you?
Yeah, potentially, but I mean, the makeup of Parliament would still be a hell of a lot more representative, is my point.
And you'll
but then you have the centre left and centre right parties of the Labour and the Tories, so the Remain party is always ganging up and forming coalitions, like Germany.
Well, but you sort of, but I mean, the makeup. Coalition. Well, I mean, you could argue that, but ultimately, what's first past the post? I mean, if we turn around and say like, when was it the ultimate failure of FPTP? Was it was 2015, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2015 exposed how broken our system was.
Because
didn't they only get 36% of the vote, and they got
and UKIP got 1 seat.
Yeah, they were projected with 2 MPs, weren't they? And they got 12% of the vote.
Yeah. To me, that's just broken. That system's broken. It really is.
I mean, yeah, because so they got 30% of it, and then I remember the Greens as well getting X million votes or whatever it was, and still only having 1 seat.
Yeah, and it's always going to be Caroline Lucas, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, she gets in with quite a majority.
I quite like her actually. Quite like her.
She's certainly ballsy, that's for sure. But
I don't like her on Brexit.
No, on Brexit, no, but on other issues, yes. On other issues, yes, but when it comes to Brexit, I'm like,
no, forget the Green Party.
She was really good in the debates. I was very impressed with her actually in the 2017 election debate.
Oh yeah, definitely, and not even on Brexit, on general issues. I thought she was quite good. It was on the was it the big leadership one where Amber Rudd wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And her opening line was, Well, I think the rule number one of an effective leader is to show up.
Oh yeah.
And everyone like cheered.
Yeah, and like I loved it. It's like a lot of the debate it wasn't even a debate between the parties. It was just slagging off Theresa May because she wasn't there.
Yeah, but and it was like quippy little things back and forth with like.
Yeah. I remember at the end of it was Tim Farron's closing line about bake-off.
Yeah. I really
enjoyed that.
That's what we like about Tim Farron, right? And he is a bit of an idiot.
Tim Farron, and he's very good when it comes to serving milk.
Oh, he's so quippy. He is so quippy in the debates. Like they would have been much less entertaining without him and fucking Paul Nuttall.
It was and then Swiss made the joke. Was it the breakfast guard dog as well? The milk and then the breakfast guard dog.
The guard dog of Brexit. Yeah.
Yeah. The guard dog of breakfast.
Yeah. Oh,
the trouble is, getting back to remaining, etc., is that the MPs that stood in 2015 that were Remainers should have made it very clear that they were going to oppose Brexit.
Yeah. Make it very
I think the majority of constituents know whether their MP is Leave or Remain.
They oppose
I think Caroline Flynn and a couple of others are actually sort of, they were Remain before, but they sort of just want to get on with it. So I sort of respect those sorts of MPs.
Yeah.
British politicians should respect.
She was actually, I actually respected her on this.
Yeah,
she's trying to stop the fighting between, the socialists and the Blairites and the party and Labour Party when it comes to Brexit, and I sort of respect her on that actually.
Does she? She's quite unusual for her wing of the party actually. But the thing is, so what? You know what I mean? Like it's not difficult. I think that people knew when they voted whether the MPs were Leave or Remain. Like I was fully aware that Philip Hammond is a Remainer, for example.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's my MP, and like I just think most people would know. Do you not think?
I think everybody did.
I mean, it was fairly well documented in Parliament, though. To be fair, well, especially with the higher profile ones.
Oh yeah. It's like I think it was Cameron and Abby were talking to Chamchi yesterday, and I think about the fact that some Labour MPs, for example, were actually closet leavers.
Yeah.
So, like Corbyn and McDonald, for example.
Yeah, they just won't come out.
Would you imagine them? Let's be honest. Would you imagine them having voted Leave in '75 and then voting against the Maastricht and Lisbon treaties, but actually voting Remain in 2016? No, they campaigned for it, but that doesn't mean they voted for it.
No,
and no one knows what anyone put in the ballot box, did they?
Exactly, that's the point. And I've heard rumours from the official Labour Leave campaign that around 40 to 60 MPs in Labour actually voted Leave, so the number's actually that high.
Yeah. And I think if they were given the opportunity, you'd see that come out.
Oh yeah, and I've talked to Cameron about this, and he said this before, that next time, if there was a second ref, the Labour Party and the left in general would be even more split. Because last time it was 60% Remain, 40% Leave on the left. I think it's going to be a direct 50-50 split this time. I think.
Yeah, I think they're going to find it hard to stay as one party.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they might split as a party.
Yeah.
James says in the side chat, Barry Gardner's a Leaver too, or so he heard on the grapevine.
Yeah, well, I think he's another one because he's actually talked against. He's actually talked against honouring the referendum. He's talked about honouring the referendum result, ending fee movement, not staying in EEA, that sort of thing. So I sort of respect him on that. And
I'm no massive fan of Barry Gardner, but I must compliment him on his wide variety of ties that he has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he does get a 9 out of 10 of them, and so does Danny Vince as well.
Danny Vince has fucking killer ties. Yeah, exactly.
Isn't it a thing in Parliament that the men try to outdo each other? I know the Burklow
is it a tradition?
Mentions it. Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know how long it's been going on, but I've heard Burklow a few times sort of say he wants to compliment someone on their tie, and then someone else and someone else. So I think they all try it out each other a little bit.
That sort of thing.
But like me and James would be like would be fanning over Daddy Vince, even if he had shit ties. To be fair, at the moment.
Oh God.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Don't make me sick, Angels.
No. Like I said, he doesn't even know his salad cream from his mayonnaise.
I mean, what is salad cream? It sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Everyone
Salad
knows
cream.
what salad cream is.
It's minging, Angels. It is.
It's
Brexit food.
Is it Brexit food? Is it alongside like Weatherspoon breakfast? And...
Well, Angels, Brexit food's going to get that on the wedding anyway. You're going to get a nice slice of gammon with some salad cream.
I am not having gammon for my wedding.
Gammon,
yeah. And then obviously, leading up to the wedding, you'll have the ceremony in like a Weatherspoon, and then Cameron will take you on a Brexit shit tour in a pizza.
No, oh, God.
Right. I'll keep anything. It's Salkins home.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I do like French dressing. I'm not going to lie. I do like a nice helping of that. I like a nice helping of that. But
like traditional vinaigrette sort of thing.
No. Well, I don't really like vinegar on salad. I like, the French dressing. Sort of like the lighter sort of color.
And there's like little herbs in it and stuff.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
Because at my uni, they give you like jack and potatoes, and they give you a massive serving of salad. So I just pour that over everything. It's quite nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it can have lemon juice or vinegar in vinaigrette.
Lemon juice?
Can it?
Yeah, you
don't even know what's in it.
Why would you have lemon juice?
You have lemon and oil instead of.
Is someone getting married? Oh,
yeah, I am.
It's inside joke.
Yeah,
I'm getting married.
Yeah.
And then remember we were talking about the. Sorry, go, Karen.
I was going to say, Boris is driving the Brexit bus to take them on their honeymoon.
Instead of a honeymoon, they'll stay in some sort of like rundown cottage in Brexit.
Boris Johnson is not a Brexiteer. I don't think he is.
Yeah, no, in the north somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, up on the Yorkshire Dales.
Yeah, and as a present, and Cameron would get like unlimited pacer tickets.
Unlimited what?
Pacer tickets as a present.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, could you imagine I already, James actually linked us Remain outfits for the wedding, and they're nice Live Dem yellow, and Cameron has a nice Live Dem yellow pimp suit.
God.
And
God, and then I'll have like a red, Brexit sort of.
Yeah.
Not even that. I'll just have a 52% t-shirt in red. I'll just turn up to wedding.
I'm not having gammon for the wedding breakfast. I'm sorry. And
you are, Angels. You are. But we're going to complement it with some nice EU wine to balance it out.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
The thing is, what you mean with 30% tariff sat on?
No.
It'll be marked with a special like WTO sort of signature.
Yeah, World Trade Organization.
No, I think it'd be better to have Hungarian wine.
Actually, I could. I had the last Hungarian one I had from Aldi, of all places.
Yeah, quite nice Hungarian wine.
It was. Quite nice.
Yeah. And seeing their views on the EU, I think that would be more.
But don't they have a disgustingly right-wing guy in charge nowadays?
Orban, yeah.
Yeah, but he is the power. I saw yesterday.
Yeah, he's very Eurosceptic, Orban, isn't he?
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah, but he's also negotiating.
Actually.
Yeah, he's negotiating with the new government in Italy.
Yeah.
To fight in the EU Parliament.
I'm not sure whether I could stomach him, so maybe I'll just have to go with French.
Yeah. Well, anybody that.
Because Viktor Orban, he's done more for his country than any politician would have done.
Yeah. Anybody that bans Soros from their country
is a friend of mine.
Is okay with me.
Yeah. Because George Soros is not welcome in this country. No,
yeah, but he doesn't sound like he's got all his eggs in one basket. Like he seems a bit,
But he was born in Hungary.
Yeah, so. And he got kicked out and he's banned from Hungary now.
I've heard actually. When Sweden had the referendum to join the EU in '95, he actually manipulated the currency.
Yeah. So Hungary, they brought in special legislation to stop him mingling in their currency.
Elections and affairs.
That's how he makes his
that's
money.
what he did in Brexit. He bet $1 billion against the pound, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's
he won over $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
Or made
But
over
Viktor
$1 billion.
Orban, yeah, many people may not like him, but he's done a lot for his country.
I mean,
Well,
I do actually recognise that, Luke. To be fair.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a raging lefty, yeah.
He seems a bit extreme.
Viktor Orban is a right winger, not a left winger.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as a left winger, I can recognise, you know, he's on his country's side, not on the EU side, and I respect him for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Adam West says Aldi is a German company. Yeah, it is. It's a German supermarket, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Aldi.
But they're in the UK.
Yeah, he goes. I spoke to a guy in Aldi the other day. He was like one of the managers of local-ish kind of store to me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they like because he goes, yeah, we've basically turned massively popular amongst people. It's like surged all of a sudden. Their sales are doing really well, but they and they do actually have really good wines and stuff. But loads of the food in there is like a little bit, I don't know, it's a bit sort of second rate, to be honest.
What? No, it's not. I shop there because it's next door to me.
Oh, and it's next door to you?
Yeah, right next door. They built a new one the week before I moved in here.
I mean, to be fair on them as well, like in all of the independent like food magazines and stuff, their wines do keep winning medals.
Yeah, but apart from their wine, they have their sort of own brand things like cornflakes and that, and you really wouldn't know the difference.
Are they like super cheap for food?
Oh yeah, own brand stuff at Tesco. It's like their fizzy drinks at Tesco, like £1.
Yeah, and often their vegetables are, you know, sometimes you get a basket full and you think, is that all it came to? It's like really reasonable, and that they don't buy everything in the EU. They source in Scotland and Wales and England.
I mean,
wherever they can.
The thing is, because I went to anywhere else, Waitrose yesterday, right, or a day before yesterday, and I went there for just to literally, like, with my uncle to get a few essentials, quote unquote, and the bill came. Yeah, kale, avocados.
Oh, so like the typical liberal deal, basically.
Yeah.
And the bill came.
Go with their salad free.
The bill. What is that? The bill came to £96.
Oh my god!
For a few essentials.
That's how out of touch, you know, Waitrose shoppers are.
96 quid for a few essentials.
Oh my god!
Waitrose isn't that bad.
No, see, I don't. Waitrose.
No, my aunt had to shop at Waitrose, but then they're Remainers, so.
96 quid, like here, that's like a week of shopping.
Oh, yeah. No,
at least
96.
Yeah, 96.
No, that's a week of shopping for my family, actually.
Yeah, it's like a week of shopping.
Yeah, a week of shopping Asda for a family of 5. That's about £100 for us.
Yeah, if you went to Aldi and got a full basket full I mean, I never get a full basket full, but I've seen families in front of me, and quite often it comes to about 80 something pounds, and that is for a full sort of
like a weekly shop.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
the most I've seen someone pay is about 120, but they had it absolutely heaped and lots of sort of drink and that as well.
I mean, people say, oh, you know, Waitrose is really expensive, blah, blah, but I don't know. Is there really that much of a big difference in price? Like, I know that they have more, like, specialised foods, as in, you know what I mean? Like, quite
so
sort
it's more like tailored towards liberals, basically.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, right? That my local Waitrose is absolutely packed full of, like, Remainers. Like you just know it. Like,
so it's like your idea of sort of like your community.
It's my safe haven. Yeah. I go in there to lock out Brexit Britain.
Your Remain echo chamber.
When I lived near Basingstoke, which is a new town, lots of social housing, that sort of thing, they opened the Waitrose right near the town centre. And they were panicking last time I was there because they're just not getting the footfall. You go in there and, I don't know, a packet of cocoa, you know, a brand named one, you're paying 5-10p dearer than you would if you went in the local Tesco or Sainsbury's.
Oh, Yeah, I mean, like, but I have to say though, like stuff like meats, like let's say steak or lamb chops or something like that, the quality in Waitrose is like notably better from what I've seen to if I go over to Tesco or something.
Yeah,
like,
but have you bought in Aldi?
Steak. I think I once had literally once had the like Aldi, you know, burgers, like on the like a barbecue. Like
I don't buy burgers and things, but if I went in and bought say, a piece of sirloin steak, you're paying say £3 something for a piece that you could probably cut in half.
I mean,
you
like
know,
actual steak is important, like to be like it's good quality because.
Well, it's really good there. There's absolutely their chicken. They have lots of organics. They have a gluten-free range. You know, it's
I mean, I should probably have a shop around there because,
yeah.
I had a look at Google Maps. Apparently, I have a Waitrose that's 15 minutes walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cameron doesn't even have a Waitrose near him. The nearest one apparently is where, Cam? Like
it's in Sheffield Town, so that's the legacy. It's in Sheffield.
And it's like the rich part of Sheffield as well.
You realise there's not a single Waitrose on this island?
Is there not?
No.
What the hell?
Because it's not a middle class place. None of it is.
Yeah, but there are some Waitroses in.
Not full of many out of touch people, basically.
I mean, the thing is, there are Waitrose in non out of touch places.
Right.
London?
Adam West says in the side chat, eat avocados, cut risk of cancer, apparently.
Yeah, they are supposed to be good for you.
Really?
No, because I've seen people like spread avocados on toast, and I'm just like, oh, that just looks gross.
No, what? Are you kidding?
I mean, it looks like snot. It just looks like snot, though. Oh.
I don't like it mashed, but if you have it cut in half and fill it with prawns, cut them in half, right, and fill the hollow with prawns.
Ooh.
And then if you want something like a rosé sauce or whatever over it, it is absolutely delicious.
Oh my God, I might make that later.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice. You don't want your avocado so it's going to that slightly squishy, just so it's
slightly soft.
Just right, yeah, and it's lovely.
I really like avocado. I had there's like a place near me which is actually within the ward that I stood in, so it's quite local, and it's called the Barley Mow, and it's a pub that's now run by the White Brasserie Company, which is the chain owned by Raymond Blanc, you know, the chef.
Yeah.
And they have a thing on the menu there, which is sliced avocado on like sort of toasted bread, like toasted sort of, I don't even know what type of bread, like rye bread or something. And then they have a poached, something like spinach on the top of that, and then a poached egg on top with like a sprinkling of cheese and salt and pepper for like brunch, and it is so nice. But actually,
smoked salmon.
You can have it with smoked salmon.
Yeah, because I've had it with smoked salmon, and that's really any sort of fishy things like that, but not hot. I like it.
No, I like cold seafood.
I really like.
You know, avocado means testicle. Like in the Aztec language, they call it testicle. That's from Mexico. That's what Aztecs basically call it in their language.
Well, I can see where that comes from, but
if you literally translate it, if you literally translate it to English, it means testicle. From what's it called, Nahato or something like that.
We learn something every day.
I mean, God. Are you sure? Are you talking about Spanish?
No, I'm not Spanish. No.
I was going to say, because that's not
now hot or something like that.
Adam West says you can put avocados in chocolate brownies, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, you mean making it?
Yeah, I was like, avocados in chocolate brownies. I don't know what you've been reading. Like,
well, you could probably put it in the mixture that you make chocolate brownies from to make it like moist.
But yeah.
I'm actually feeling a bit sick from that suggestion.
Thanks, Adam. You made the biggest avocado lover sick. So.
I do actually love avocado. But the thing is, I don't think that's just a middle class thing. I think that they're just nice. Like you can put them in pretty much anything. Like
he says put it in the mix, the chocolate mix.
Avocado and chocolate.
I've heard that people put like in brownies, they put like beetroot and stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's the moisture, isn't it? Which I suppose is.
But it's just a bit.
Yeah, they use fruit to make like proper fancy things. Have you guys seen the BuzzFeed? You know when they try food at different price points. Have you seen those?
No, I haven't.
It's like the one where they had like this noodle restaurant and they have like freshly made like. They have this special technique to make beetroot. They make the noodles all like really purple and really nice, and I was like, wow. It's really expensive as well.
I actually, you know what? I'm like not at all a fussy eater in the sense that I like pretty much everything except for Wetherspoon's food.
So,
but
what do you eat French
Cameron,
snails,
take her there on the wedding. She didn't like.
What do you eat French snails?
Would I? I love them. Snails and snails and garlic butter. I actually had them 2 days ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Adam West says avocado is in Sainsbury's chocolate brownie apparently.
Oh.
Yeah. I had a snail once and swallowed one, chewed one, and then it got to my throat and I...
Oh, Shafi says, my mum kicked my ears for buying Ben and Jerry's half-price ice cream last week.
I don't care what the French people eat, just don't bring it into the UK.
Yeah, not if it's snails anyway.
Oh no, I really like garlic snails. I really like
it smelled lovely and it was lovely in my mouth, but it was just as I swallowed it, I thought, I'm eating a snail.
No, and they like but people get that with oysters, don't they? They get really repulsed, and I love oysters. I could
I like oysters.
Yeah, but it's not a snail.
Oh yeah, oysters. I actually went with my friend. It was it was end of the Christmas exams actually, and we went to this really nice Italian restaurant, and I had the proper like seafood linguine with like the everything still in the shell.
Yeah.
It was Carluccio's. Have you heard of Carluccio's?
Yes, we've got one here.
Yeah, it's really nice.
We went there.
Really nice. They had it was the oysters, and what was the other one in the shells? I forgot. Was it mussels or something? You know the other one?
Yeah, mussels.
Yeah, and you had to like fork that out of the shell and put it in the pasta. It's really nice.
Yeah, that's probably
mussels. I've got no problem with those.
Yeah,
it's just snails.
I haven't tried snails before, actually. I've never tried
I think you'd like them. Garlic snails are really, really nice, honestly. Think about, like, garlic mushrooms.
I really like garlic mushrooms.
And weirdly, they're not actually as slimy as mushrooms, which I know sounds weird because which I know sounds weird because you'd assume that they actually were, but like mushrooms are actually like, especially when they're cooked, like more slimy than snails. Snails have a bit of bite to them.
I didn't know that. I thought snails, you think, they're all slimy and slippery and.
Well, I know.
The thought of it when it's sort of down your throat and you think of its little antennas sort of waggling at you.
Oh, stop it. All right. Okay.
Oh, what? That's I'm not eating that. Forget it.
No, well, that's why I've never tried one again.
Yeah, and that's
have you seen the videos of people from like China and like South Korea like eating live octopus?
They're sick, aren't they?
But that's what they do. They grab the tentacles at the back and they bite the head off.
Yeah. It's horrible.
I really want to try that actually, and I've seen videos of them eating live squid and they skin it as they're cooking it as well, and it's squirming.
In South Korea they eat dogs.
Chamchi said he's actually tried dog.
That seems wrong to me. That's wrong to me.
Yeah, Chamchi's actually tried dog before.
Oh god,
has he?
I'm an animal.
I couldn't.
No, I could not eat that.
Couldn't.
Oh, and remember, Luke, I showed you this when. People still used to eat cat as well.
Oh, I got 4 cats. I don't want to hear about people eating cats.
Yeah, well, what type of cats do you have, Luke? What colours?
They're just normal cats.
Yeah, but what colours though?
2 tortoiseshells, 1 whole black cat, and a black and white one.
Oh, nice. Are they related or?
Yeah, 2 of them are sisters. Oh, 1 is a brother and 1's not related.
Okay, so how did you get them from a rescue or?
I got 1 from a pet shop, and the other 3 They were abandoned.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so I took them in.
Oh.
I don't have any pets except for James Fielding.
Oh yeah, George always says, "Oh, bring out Angel's dog," isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
James Fielding is Angel's dog, apparently.
Yeah, well,
Bring out the centrist.
Bring out the centrist, the barking centrist.
Yeah, but I'm not a centrist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a centrist.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Well, one of the men that lives on here's got an 8-month-old spaniel pup, and he is the most gorgeous. Trouble is, he wants to be friends with my cat, and my cat takes off at 100 miles an hour when she sees him.
Oh.
But he is absolutely beautiful. He really is.
There was in that same pub that I told you about that does the avocado thing. There was this little. It was a cockapoo, so it's a cocker spaniel and poodle cross.
Yeah.
Pup. Oh my god! It looked like. Oh my god! It was unbelievable. It looked like a soft toy.
Yeah.
Your heart is melting now, Angels.
Yeah, it was so cute, and I was like, oh my god! Like I would have loved it. It was like they're like a sort of like a goldeny sort of color, but they're fluffy, obviously, and curly. Like so,
they're really cuddly.
So cute! I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to leave. I was like, oh.
So did you hold it and did you play with it or?
Yeah, and it was like, and it was so, you know how they're always really enthusiastic puppies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they always like to jump up and like
their tails
always like panting, you know.
Yeah.
And they was like jumping around, like his tail was going. Oh god, he was so cute. Oh my god, like literally like a fluffy sort of teddy bear.
Oh
yeah.
I don't even think they grow very big either.
Yeah, I really like those fluffy cats. I really like those as well.
Oh yeah.
The really big one.
I'm a cat
person,
yeah. We used to have a cross Australian Terrier, and the first time we took him to the vets, he was only sort of a few weeks old, and the receptionist said, "You poor thing, you look ancient before you're even young."
What?
He had one of those really. Yeah, he looked like you see those sort of old toys that
I know.
There's that terrier that's sort of whiskery and that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh. Sorry, we sort of all got a bit off to.
I always dream about having a pet, but the thing is, my sisters hate cats. They're always scared of them.
Jack James.
My mum hates dogs.
Just going back, Jack James says, breaking news: David Davis won.
Won what?
Brilliant.
I don't know.
Let me know if they're right.
What happened, Jack?
Yeah, what happened? Like, what did he win?
Yeah.
I presume it was getting the date. He must have got the date put in, mustn't he? May was refusing to put in an end date.
now expects a backstop solution to the Irish border to end by 2022 after claims David Davis quit of the issue.
For goodness sake. People keep going about the Irish border issue.
David Davis likely to remain in job after number 10 amendments.
Oh yeah, like how many more amendments to the bill do we need? Like,
yeah. Well, all he wanted was a date, an end date, and that was what she was saying. They wouldn't put in; they'd leave it for the EU to decide the end date.
What? Why are we letting some unelected EU tell us when the end date is?
Well, it's because
why shouldn't it be between us and Ireland? It should be not.
Yeah,
but it was
don't forget, Ireland is dependent upon Britain for its trade.
The fallback position that if there's no solution, they go to the fallback position. And David Davis said, well, if we go to the fallback position, we've got to say when that ends.
But there's no date.
Right, we go to the fallback position, but in 2 years' time it ends. And May had said, from what I can understand, that the EU would decide when it was right to end it. But David Davis said, no, you can't have that, or they're taking control of the Irish border, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
The EU.
Going back to pets, Adam West says, my cat died when it was 25. That's quite impressive.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
25 is really old.
That's quite impressive, actually. I think I linked it in the bullet chat. Like, the oldest cat to currently live is like 30.
30?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah, mine was about 17, my old cat, when it died.
I'm just reading this David Davis thing.
Oh, God, I hate David Davis. He's just, well, let's see, he's like a parasite.
I quite like him. I like David.
I mean, civil
liberties.
I wouldn't really call the Conservative Party a Conservative.
I mean, when it comes to fighting a libertarian and like civil liberties, I do like him on that.
Yeah, I think he's quite good.
Oh, I like how all of those MPs are part of the Conservative. Like to call themselves conservative, even when they're not conservative. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, I tell you what, if I had to choose between David Davis and
what real conservatism even looks like in their face.
Yeah.
No, if I had to choose between David Davis and Chuckery Mooner, I'd pick David Davis any day.
I mean, I don't really get I mean, I just can't fathom how like people think that he's effective.
Coming from a conservative person like me, I don't think he is a very effective person. I think he just needs to go.
I mean, I
think he's not allowed to be.
Yeah, he isn't allowed, I think.
No.
I think that's what me, Abby, and George at least agree on that much.
James was right then. So it was obviously just an empty threat.
Yeah. Where is James now at the moment? I don't know where he's gone.
James is gone.
Yeah, he's coming back.
All right.
He better come back. I need some centrist backup.
Yeah, let's hope you don't have centrist backup. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all against leavers. You don't have any fellow Remainers with you, so.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, but you need like someone like me on for balance.
Why? Why do we need balance?
Because it's never good to have a stream which is an echo chamber.
But it's fun to have an echo chamber. Let's admit though, it's fun to have an echo chamber from time to
time.
Oh
yeah, don't get me wrong. I love like reading the New European in Waitrose. So
no, well, I love reading Brexit Central. So there you go.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
You don't know what Brexit Central is?
By the way, I'm not even a left-wing person.
It's sort of like the BBC, but for Brexit, so it collates all the Brexit news for that day, basically.
Yeah.
Really?
Also have people from different sides of the political spectrum.
Yeah, all different sides, yeah. There's actually quite a few left-wing columnists on there too, which I quite like.
Yeah, you do need a mix, definitely. That's why
it is a mix, though. Well, it's like they have the general news roundups for the day, and then they have columns like people like, I don't know, Brendan Chilton, John Mills, Jacob Rees.
I definitely know that Angels is a centrist.
Yeah, they don't have any centrists on, thankfully. It's all left and right, thankfully.
Yeah, and you don't get right-wing people.
Do they not have any centrists?
No, they don't.
None. Are you serious?
Yeah, they don't have any centrists, no.
Is it like a proper Brexit echo?
Proper Brexit, yeah. Both sides of the spectrum are on regularly. So
what about right-wing people on the news?
Yeah.
Hey,
Farage has written for Brexit Central a couple of times too, and actually even Mark has.
And I've got no problem with debating with centrists, even though I don't agree with centrist people much.
Brexit Central.
Yeah.
Can someone tell me why is the Lib Dems even around anymore? You know, they never get in.
Well, they need out of touch party, don't they? They need a
Lib Dems think, the EU is some kind of great thing.
But it isn't.
The Lib Dems are a joke, in my opinion.
Yeah, but they became a joke after 2010. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
They became a joke.
They got really decimated after the.
We'll see next time how well they do. It all depends.
Well, it's all down to Clegg, wasn't it? Really.
Oh my God! They have like things like featured articles by people like Priti Patel. God, no wonder I haven't.
They were everyone from all sides. They were all sides. Yeah. So right wing and left wing, so everyone gets a voice, which is nice. They have people like Austin Mitchell, Brendan Chilton, John Mills, some other people from the left as well. Actually,
this website is basically hell.
Yeah, that's why I like it, actually. I read it every day. I read it as soon as I wake up. That's one of the first things I check, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You can find out things that you wouldn't normally say because they're not, there might be a Tory thing or a Labour and you're on the other side.
Oh, Adam West says Lib Dems are the drug party.
What? The drug party?
Let's see what...
The drug party, because obviously legalising cannabis, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, but then cannabis should be legalised.
No
I agree.
Legalising cannabis.
Yeah, I don't see what the big deal... Like, why on earth...
Like, everyone will have to do a spectrum. Loads of people on both sides agree with it, don't they, though?
Yeah, but that's because it's a common sense policy. That's why it's not really like.
And I agree with it. I absolutely agree with it from like medicinal uses and stuff like that. We should regulate.
I think weed and cannabis should be legalized for personal use.
Oh yeah, it'd be great for like medicinal use too. Actually,
yeah, I think medicinal use it should definitely.
But I think it's so fucking ridiculous that.
But I mean, it's like why it's like tobacco and alcohol are actually worse.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's my point. How can you legalize something and regulate something like as damaging as alcohol? And we all know like the things that are related to that. Even though I am a big drinker.
Oh yeah.
And then not legalize weed. It's just retarded.
Yeah, but probably because
weed is not as dangerous as like crack cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, if you legalize, if you legalize what is seen as a recreational drug of any kind, then the next step is to say, right, well, you legalise that, let's legalise cocaine.
God, no way. No,
it does, and I think that's what frightens a lot of people, is they think, right, if we legalise weed, everybody's going to come out of the woodwork and want us to legalise everything else.
So that's what people say, like cannabis and all that. They're sort of like gateway drugs.
And crystal meth and cocaine and all that stuff.
Gateway drugs.
Yeah, that's often where people start, isn't it?
It's not that strong, and then actually they can potentially lead to people taking even stronger drugs. And that's,
exactly.
Like people like taking like heroin, which is much stronger than weed.
Yeah. And also people think it doesn't do any harm, but there's been quite a few studies where it can do, because when they buy it, it's mixed with something else, or now apparently it's mutating into something stronger with different sort of alkaloids and side effects and one thing and another. So it's a very iffy sort of
subject,
I think. I'm very much in agreement with making it right for medicinal use, because it's obviously got great
I also
potential.
think it should be decriminalised.
Yeah, I can't see the point in criminalising it, but
because in America they've already started to legalise it in certain states.
Yeah, but I do think it could be the beginning of a slippery slope in some ways.
Yeah, I can hear it, because people would ask, "Oh yeah, why don't you just legalise like cocaine or coke or crystal meth?"
Yeah, exactly. It sort of leads on, doesn't it?
More damage.
Yeah, and if you're a party smoking weed and someone says, "Go on," you don't get much of a hit with that. Try a bit of this.
Yeah, try a bit of ecstasy.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, as you know, it's legal in Holland, right? And when, but the weirdest thing about that is, like I said before, when you go into a coffee shop, the vast proportion of people in there smoking are not Dutch. Like they're almost always tourists and that kind of thing.
Oh.
It's like because it's legal, it's no big deal. It's like walking into a pub and like ordering a pint.
Well,
it's not.
Maybe because they've got homes there. But they can be in their homes smoking it, can't they? Whereas if you're in a cafe, the foreigners are staying in hotels, so to them it's all new. Being in a coffee shop.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. It's not new or a big deal really obviously to Dutch people. They're just like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And if they want to do it, they do it at home.
Yeah.
What we should do is do what Portugal does and basically decriminalise drugs. And I think that's the best approach. Now, if you make drugs in let's say a better environment, and actually regulate it and take it away from the criminals, they'll actually be less toxic and there's people. If people just want to smoke weed, let them. There's worse things out there.
Yeah, they're much worse out there. A lot much worse.
Yeah, because the trouble is, when you criminalise anything, you get crooks come in to make money out of it, don't you? So.
Yeah.
Would it be good if you got all the MPs high? I mean,
yeah, that's that. Like basically having the Prime Minister hooked on weed.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd make her a bit. Maybe it'd make her a bit more human. Who knows?
Oh yeah, imagine her doing a speech on that.
What they should have, I think, is a free vote in Parliament on legalising weed.
Yeah,
because I bet you most people are not that worried about legalising it.
Yeah, but the vast majority of MPs don't want it.
No, and they wouldn't say they did if they did.
Oh yeah, they get all blasted.
Yeah,
from the media.
I don't think. I think you get a certain amount that will obviously say yes, but I think they would feel that they lose a certain proportion of their vote if they.
Like from parents who don't want this stuff.
Yeah, and also then they get the reputation. Oh yeah, he's in favour of drugs, or he's a druggie. That'll be the next sort of.
Yeah.
It's
totally different from what. Totally different from America legalizing it.
Yeah, I think it's a really hard thing. I think
because British people are not used to this kind of stuff. They're not used to it.
I think it's. I mean, I just think it's pretty mainstream, to be honest. But Jack James says in the side chat, and it's a bloody good point. How could something like spice, like the legal drug, or be legal for so long? It's not now. I don't.
No.
And weed be illegal.
So it's probably because there wasn't a law banning it.
It's all about big pharma. That's why they want it banned. It's all about making money, isn't it?
Like for curing diseases.
Yeah, but I mean, they could slap some tax on it and stuff like that, can't they? So technically, it might be a money earner.
That's the thing. But it's big pharma because they realise that weed will be sort of like a cheaper sort of alternative. They're like, we can't have that.
Well, it's not up to.
Yeah, but the thing is, how would it be implemented in the UK? How would it be implemented?
Yeah. Anyway, listen, I'm going to have to.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah, because I've got pop to Aldi. I'll catch you all when I get back if you're still going.
Well, I'll probably wrap it up around 3ish.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I might if I see the lady opposite, I'll go and do her garden for her probably. So I'll do both. Okay. Right. See you later. Bye.
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 G said that David Davis won't resign. It's a gravy train. Well, we've just learned that he's not. So
Yeah, which wasn't unsurprising. Which wasn't a surprise.
So James was actually right then when he said, "Oh no, don't worry." He goes on about that crap the whole time and never ends up doing it. Philip Mason is in the chat.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Italy has a new prime minister.
No, UKIP, the Tories. The UKIP have finished too, Philip.
Oh yeah, UKIP is a relic. Okay, it's outdated. It's gone.
It is. UKIP finished.
Philip Mason, what's your take on this? Do you think David Davis is totally useless as well, or not?
Philip, how about you join one of our calls?
Yeah, Philip Hammond,
you should actually join one of our calls. Yeah, hear your Yorkshire accent.
I forgot he's a Yorkshireman.
Yeah, he is.
A Yorkshireman. It's from the north.
I love Yorkshire accents.
Oh God, I can't stand. Oh God.
Is that you want to marry me now?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. If there's one accent I can't stand in the north, that is probably the Geordie accent. I can't stand the Geordies.
I quite like Geordie. In fact, northern accents, like as an overall thing, I quite like. Got a bit of a soft spot for them.
Oh God, not Geordies. Tell them not.
No, I like northeast.
Black country accents annoy me.
Yeah, well, I will say in the world, at least Italy has a government. For going to say Italy.
Oh yeah.
Bionic Bert says the Conservative Party are incompetent, including Davis. Well, yeah, this current government
are not conservative at all. Okay.
Yeah, like I do find this current government beyond.
They're not conservative because real conservatism is completely different from what this government's trying to do. It really is.
Philip Mason, you say, we have to vote UKIP to destroy mate. Yeah, but sadly
UKIP's never going to get in.
No, but maybe they could set up a new party. Who knows?
Yeah.
But The thing
you know
is,
what there really needs to be? There needs to be a cross spectrum Brexit party. That's what there needs to be.
Oh yeah, but there's too much infighting at the moment.
Yeah, May. Right. So Philip Mason said it's not Davis. It's May. Well, he doesn't seem very effective either. But yeah, you're right. She is.
But we could all agree that May's the weakest link.
Yeah, Prime Minister is May. I don't want to call her Prime Minister because she doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, she's awful. But
she does not deserve to have the title Prime Minister.
Do you think she'll go soon, or?
I think that they'll have to. I mean,
But when do you think though?
I mean, I think it'll be sooner rather than later, because I feel like almost they have no option now. I feel like she's just so awful that she's very damaging now to the party. Like she is basically dragging the Tories. Oh my God, fucking hell, slim pickings, isn't it?
Brexit here because it cannot be a Remainer. That's
it will be Gove. Oh, hands down, the Gove.
Boris Gove.
Yeah, but isn't he he's quite toxic though, isn't he? If you think about it.
A bit, but look who else we get. It could be Boris. Now, is Gove more toxic than Boris?
No, Boris is not an option in my view. Whilst he might be popular amongst like perhaps members, right? Amongst like the broader electorate, he's quite toxic now since the referendum. And I think, like I said before, I think people at first they were like quite enamored with his like buffoon like clown act. Oh, he's funny, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, remember when he was holding up the flags and he was like in the air or something?
Yeah, and but now I think they see through it. I think that they can see that he like makes maneuvers for himself and that he's sort of he's basically a massive opportunist and stuff. And also the fact he just gaffs the whole time and fucking puts his foot in his mouth every 5 minutes as foreign secretary, and he's a fucking embarrassment. So I think that all of those things combined amongst the broader electorate make him too toxic for mainstream, like to actually be leader, if you see what I mean.
So yes, it's just a measure who's going to actually replace her next.
I mean, I mean, I don't know.
What I don't like about Moggis, he's like, he says, oh, May's doing this and that, but then he's like, oh yes, I'm fully behind the Prime Minister. I'm like,
he's playing the game so that no one. I know what he's doing. He's playing this game where no one would expect him to be Prime Minister. He's playing this game.
Collapse with any pressure, but she's a malfunctioning robot, obviously.
Oh God, Theresa May, she was a Remainer, then she got picked as the leader of the Conservative Party, then Prime Minister.
Bionic
it doesn't make any sense why they do that.
Bionic Bert says it's all of them as a collective of incompetence.
Oh yeah. There's
but do you? I mean, I'm inclined to agree. I told you, it's no secret that I find this government completely.
It's not. I wouldn't even call it a government. To be fair,
no, it's just a total shambles. But
I would call for this parliament to be dissolved.
Yeah, but how much of this is May? Because like I'd be interested to hear from Philip Mason on that as well in the side chat, because I mean I think a lot of it is actually her. Like I didn't for a while I was like, oh, you know, she's getting she's getting too much of a hard time. You know, people are
unstable.
Yeah, but people are like
change happened.
She's made everything worse.
Yeah. At first though, I was like, oh, maybe like she's getting a bit of a too much of a hard time of it on some levels, and people are basically blaming a much broader problem within the party on purely her. But as time's like gone on, I mean, I do think that there are other issues as well. I'm not like naive enough to think it's all her. There are so many
issues facing it at the United Kingdom that the government doesn't get even sorted out.
Yeah, but I do feel like at this point she is just so
bad. Yeah,
just so bad that like she's sort of dragging.
Actually,
yeah, she's like that. She's also dragging the reputation of the party down with her, and I just think that's why I think
the UK look like a complete joke in the international community. She's making UK into a joke.
But like I said, like it, Ben explained to me how the leadership thing works in the Conservatives. It's different party to party.
Committee.
Yeah, and they say
he's not elected.
But if they have a leadership challenge, right, and then you have X amount of candidates, and then it's whittled down to 2, and then the members vote. Then was like explaining, because it's set up in that particular way that and Jacob Rees-Mogg is quite polarizing, and he's viewed as quite polarizing within the party as well, right? That because the MPs will have to vote to put them on the thing, that he would never make it to the final two is the point that he was sort of alluding to, I think. But if he didn't, who would the final two be? Like you guys say go, so it would be Gove as one, and then what? Boris? I mean, would it be? I don't know who it would be.
What the Chancellor of the Exchequer?
Oh, God.
Fucking hell! What? My dear old MP, Salad Fingers.
That's it. I was more thinking of Philip Hammond.
Do you think Philip Hammond? I don't know. Like he was touted as potential leadership. I remember like a year or so back. Do you remember? And then now he's sort of out of the running. I don't think Davis would be viable now either.
No.
So I can't actually say.
I believe that the only way the Conservative Party can last if they appoint Jacob Rees-Mogg as the leader.
Well, they certainly need to get rid of May, I think, at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Because either that or the Conservative Party is going to collapse.
I mean, I feel like they could easily be out of power for a couple of turns if they continue along this road of Theresa May. Yeah.
Thing that they're praying at. It's just horrendous.
Oh, yeah.
Because I bet many Conservative people are thinking, what in the hell is going on with the Conservative government at this point?
Shafted says this whole this whole Tory government has been a joke, from tuition fees to welfare reform to plebgate to Brexit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is certainly not good, is that?
Yeah, and it's not being conservative at all. It's not.
Yeah, Bionic Bear also said up there, May will lead until completion of Brexit because nobody wants the poison chalice. That's a good point. It is
okay. If she does that, well, expect more people to leave the Conservative Party.
Yeah, and also for Brexit not to be delivered, or at least to be delivered in the soft not really any meaningful form. Philip Mason, in response to my question, said she's not conservative. She's a Blairite technocrat with no ideas or vision. Half the front bench are left wing.
Because I would tell you, like Theresa May and Jacob Rees-Mogg, I can tell you who is the real conservative. That would be Jacob Rees-Mogg. He's a true conservative person, not like Theresa May.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, but even if no one else wants like the so-called poison chalice, and I agree it is one, it's like, what to do though? Because at the moment, the way that I see it is they're between a rock and a hard place. So they want Brexit delivered, and Theresa May's acting like the bullet sponge for that, right?
Yeah.
Because she's dispensable, and like, so she's just basically in place, if you like. And then they'll get rid as soon as Brexit is over or whatever. But will it be over anytime soon? And I would say probably not. And
no, it won't. It'll carry on for another 30 years.
Yeah. And secondly, so therefore, if they keep her in place, the longer they do, the more they're sort of dragging the party down. So it seems to be quite a gamble.
Yeah.
I think she has to go. Like, I don't think that there's a choice anymore. Like, how long are they going to keep her around for? She's so useless. Like, just put someone else, anyone else, really.
Put someone that is a true conservative person.
Yeah, I don't think she's no longer viable.
She's not a liberal anymore, never.
Well, if you look at the rumours, like people like Yara Kreuzberg are saying that Senatorial MPs are actually planning to get rid of her next week.
Yeah, good.
That's what I'm hearing. What's going about?
So they're going to try and get rid of her.
That's what I'm hearing from people like Yara Kreuzberg. Take that as it
amazing.
What on Twitter?
Yeah. Many journalists are saying it. Last senior MPs in secret saying they're planning to get rid of May after the vote next week.
Because and also it seems to be quite general consensus about her because including certainly lots of my conservative friends, as in away from the streams, but our conservative mates from the streams as well, like Ben, Philip Mason, they all are just like in agreement that she's just absolutely awful.
Yeah.
and needs to go. Luke as well, conservative, and understands that she's bloody useless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can recognise that Theresa May, she's not even a conservative in a slight way. She's nothing of a conservative. She's nothing.
Right. G Whistler says, do you want May replaced because you want the Tories to be good at what they do? Well, no, but I mean, she's not viable. I mean, I'm not going to be voting Conservative in a new general election if that's what you mean. But the thing is,
well, I won't be voting Conservative if Theresa May's in power still.
Yeah, I just mean looking at it objectively, right? If people are Conservative, then she's not. I mean,
she's not worth it.
No, but like I said,
because she's done more damage to this country than any Conservative prime minister has ever done.
I think she's damaged the party quite badly.
Oh, yeah. Damaged this party, damaged the reputation of the whole government.
Guys, I'll just be back in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to grab a drink.
Okay, right. Angels.
All right, I might wrap this up in a bit actually. But yeah, I mean, it's just awful.
Yeah, it is awful.
I don't know what to say. So Luke, who would you be voting in the next election if it's, say, this year? Would you not be voting?
Well. If Theresa May was still the leader of the Conservative Party, I would not be voting for anybody.
Would you spoil your paper or something?
Yes, I would abstain.
Oh, you're just saying. What constituency are you? I'll just check.
I'm in Northampton. I'm in Northamptonshire. Yeah, and by the way, the council, which is run by a Conservative, is bankrupt. It's all bankrupt.
Do you have the English Democrats near you?
No, we don't have the English Democrats. But a few years ago, we had the BNP standing in Northampton once. Yeah, we had the BNP. God, those fascist idiots.
Yeah, BNP.
God.
Oh God! But apparently they're going to reduce. They're thinking about reducing the
boundaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Hope they don't introduce gerrymandering, like modifying the borders.
Yeah, is it 650, 600? But I had a look, and my stomach just dropped after I saw who my MP would be at my university constituency. It'd be Jess Phillips.
Jess Phillips. Oh, you got me.
I know. Well, I don't know who the MP is at the moment. It's Birmingham Ladywood.
Will not.
I know exactly. Birmingham. My current constituency at university is Birmingham Ladywood, but if we combined it, the overall MP would be Jess Phillips. If it's combined at the next election.
When the balance change, Karen Flint, the local MP, instead of Ed Miliband. The borders like a bit.
What happened to Ed Miliband? Would he stand down or what?
No, he's still there. He's just moving the borders.
Yeah, and by the way, Ed Miliband got absolutely destroyed by Jacob Rees-Mogg on the data protection bill. I watched that. It's quite funny.
Well, I believe in data protection personally. I don't believe in surveillance and all that bullshit. The rich think because they're rich they can run everyone's lives, but that's exactly it's been happening since.
And not to mention that most of the
beginning of time. So.
Right, I will admit that my council is bankrupt. It's been bankrupt for years now.
Is it Tory council?
Yeah, it's run by Tories.
Oh, okay.
It's bankrupt.
Oh, so what? So your local services are shit then? I'm assuming.
Yeah, and they're thinking about abolishing the county council and merging it into one big county instead.
Okay.
Yeah, because apparently they think that's going to solve the budget deficit for Northamptonshire. It's not going to solve anything. It's just the Conservative government. It's fucked things up.
God, it's awful.
Yeah. And I heard more I heard more councils are going bankrupt.
I'm back, by the way.
Yeah, hello, Angels.
Hi. The weren't council budgets slashed by something insane, like 80% or something crazy?
That may explain why my council's bankrupt.
Yeah, but I think as well, so their overall budgets were obviously slashed, and it depends. I mean, it obviously alters council to council as to where the stuff that they are getting, which is way lower than before, is going anyway. Like they sort of have free reign to spend it on. There's like Surrey County Council, which is my one, right? Because I'm out of London, but I'm sort of just on the border of like Surrey.
Yeah.
So it falls into Surrey County Council, and that is like one of the richest, if not the richest, councils, right? Like overall, and even they
rich people live there.
Yeah, but they like run out of apparently ran out of funds and all this, and they've taken measures to there's really ridiculous things like turning off the bloody street lights before even the last train gets back. So you've got people trying to walk
in darkness now.
Yeah, like use their phones as flashlights and stuff, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean you can't see shit, and I mean to do that before the last train gets in is really really bad.
And it's unsafe.
Yeah, and like a couple of there's Royal Holloway, which is one of the campuses of the University of London.
Oh yeah.
Is local to the station, right? And so you had like young women coming back, students walking up the hill in the dark by themselves, and then they started to get attacked. Basically, there was like a couple of sexual assaults and somebody. Yeah, it was awful, and it's like, well,
Surrey County Council needs to get their act together.
Well, I mean, especially considering how wealthy they are. Sorry, Cameron.
Yeah. You know the lights. You know what Doncaster Council did?
What do they do?
Put solar panels on each all the street lights. So basically, the power themselves. You have to pay for on the grid. Can't do anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, solar panels.
That's quite smart.
Yeah,
I can't see Surrey County.
They basically spent all their money on a new HQ for no reason. That's ridiculous.
Adam West says the council funding, I think he's talking about, cut by half, Angels.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And it's probably where the county councils are probably run in the UK.
I mean, and then of course you could argue that things like that cheap cladding that they had on Grenfell and stuff.
Oh god, yeah. Apparently it only costs like £1,200 more to clad the whole thing. It's ridiculously low like that.
Yeah, like but as you sort of cut and you unfund to that level, stuff like that by default can end up happening. You know what I mean? It's like a ripple effect, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Definitely.
Anyway, so it looks like the David Davis thing is sorted. So we did a stream on whether or not he was going to resign, and it seems he's not. I mean, is that because she has caved, or they've just come to some sort of compromise? Like,
I think
that
he's probably caved.
What, you think he's caved?
She's caved, I meant. So.
What, and put a date on it?
Mate, yeah. 2021 or something.
Do you think they'll still keep kicking it into the long grass, though?
Probably.
What are your thoughts then, quickly, before you wrap up? Do you reckon that they're going to get rid of her sooner rather than later?
Yes. I like Chamchi always says, there might be an election in November, and I think at this point that it's looking more and more likely.
Yeah, they've got no choice at this point.
So
what do you think? Well, I want an election in March 29. Well, just after.
I want Theresa May gone from the Conservative Party completely.
So, do you want him to be kicked out of the party? Like,
yeah, also, and kicked out of the office of Prime Minister. Because she's unsuited to even be Prime Minister.
So you reckon it could be as early as like, because Jack was it Jack James, one of the guys in and they said Cameron said didn't you that whisperings on the grapevine as far as from journalists are saying it could be as early as
it will be a very close election if it does happen, very close.
It'll
be a hung parliament again.
What would happen is depends on when it's actually going to be. So if it's after, let's say after we leave the EU, I think Labour will better get a majority. But if it's like, let's say now, it'll be like hung parliament about Labour Conservatives about, let's say about 280 seats each. I mean, that's the most probably what would happen.
And then the rest going to like third party, like
exactly. That's what I think is going to happen, Cameron, and that's why I want the election after Brexit.
Yeah, and Lib Dems will get about 20 seats, maybe a bit more.
At the expense of the Conservatives, like we said before.
Yeah, yeah. So like you're saying, Angels like Richmond, those sorts of areas.
Yeah, exactly. They're all.
Yeah.
I think looking at the electoral caucus, actually, I think they're set to win a seat from the wasn't that Plaid Cymru and 2 from the SNP as well.
Are they?
Oh,
yeah, it looks like they could win.
Oh, Plaid Cymru and the Nationalist Scottish Party.
Because normally, but
yeah,
you know, do you remember in the list?
Want a second independent referendum again.
There are quite a lot of Tory Lib Dem marginals, actually, including the constituency that James.
But the thing is, what if Labour backslide on Brexit? Well, you know, there are actually at this point there are actually loads of Labour Tory marginals in the West Midlands and the North and stuff like
that. I'll leave. You mean?
Yeah. Like my Walsall, the town is actually both constituencies are marginals because last time the North actually fell to the Tories and the Tories got a bit more vote share in my constituency at home actually. So I can see them probably winning my seat next time maybe.
Really? What's the majority at the moment? Like what's?
It's just my feeling. Like I'll have a look. I think it's still a solid majority, but it's just because the North fell, I can see the South falling of my town anyway. Have a look.
So like my seat here, because it's Philip Hammond's, will always go Conservative. Like always.
Yeah.
The Tories got 4.4%.
that will always be in.
They got. But Valerie Vaz did increase her majority actually. Majority, the 20% majority. Last time it's 14%, so she did increase it.
Valerie Vaz, she's Labour, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's Keith Vaz's sister actually.
Oh. So she always pretty.
What was that? Sorry.
Does she always pretty much get it? Like as in you? You're a Labour safe seat, right?
When did the last time the Tories got in? Actually, it's always been a Labour. From what I can see, it's always been a. Let's see. This was. It was last Tory in 74 when it fell to Labour actually. So it's been Labour for a solid 40 years.
Oh right, okay. That's the safe seat, isn't it?
My seat's been Labour for almost exactly 100 years now, since 1918.
Are you serious?
I'm not lying. Since 1918.
Oh my God.
Not even Tories.
My seat has probably always been Conservative, I'd say, because as you like, we're like literally on the edge of London, so it just falls into like Surrey, and because of that, it just falls into the Runnymede and Weybridge constituency, as opposed to more of the London seat. Because obviously, the further you go into London, the more solid Labour and Lib Dem it is.
Yeah.
So. Because the Conservatives do really badly in London now, don't they? I swear to God, they used to have quite a lot of London seats, and they're almost wiped out, aren't they?
Yeah.
In London itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because once you get past Twickenham's and Richmond's, I mean, actually no, Richmond is Conservative at the moment, but literally by 40 votes. Like Zach Goldsmith is in by 40 votes.
In the running.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it went to.
Oh, that will definitely go Lib Dem. Definitely, if he's hanging on by 40 votes. It's also solid Remain, really, really solid Remain. And
definitely. If it's full of those Liberal types, then definitely go Lib Dem.
There's a seat in Scotland where the Lib Dems lost by 2 seats.
2 votes.
2 votes. Yeah. That's
votes,
in Scotland.
Yeah. 2 votes.
Oh my God, 2 votes.
In Scotland,
can you imagine the recounts?
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, that should actually that is so small that they should have a coalition.
Want to vote for the SNP because they're just treacherous.
No, I mean, well, SNP, it's weird because I have quite a lot of respect for people like Jim Sillars, who actually advocating for both UK and EU. I thought that actually made sense to me.
But the majority of
so I have respect for those kinds of people, but not the people who are pro-EU, because that's simply hypocritical.
No, I do not back pro-EU parties. I don't back them.
Yeah.
Now, Bubblevis in the side chat has says linked the participants.
Not hypocrite. Yeah.
Oh, Bubblefish
Ken Clark, of course. He went
welcome,
to meetings, didn't he?
The live stream.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I mean, I might wrap this up soon, and I might stream some Battlefield 4 on the channel if you guys want to watch.
Sure. Why not? I'll watch.
Might do, because I haven't played in ages. I need to do. I might do a bit of reading the comments while I do it too. So it's amazing how they could keep the entire worldwide news quiet about it for decades, speaking about large conspiracies. Yeah, we do like conspiracies. I mean,
love a good conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, especially a lot of the stuff that David Icke does on Brexit. I do like that as well.
I love conspiracies, which are quite interesting.
Yeah, I've been reading David Icke's latest book. It's talking about Gino Juncker. It says it's all drunk, and it's always piss, basically. It's quite funny.
Juncker the Drunker, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Junker.
No, that's what Farage likes to call him. Farage likes to call him Juncker the Drunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he is,
Prime Minister of the Netherlands. What?
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably wrap this up and switch it to Battlefield 4 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Actually, you guys can stay on the call if you like, because I'm going to be streaming using my capture software, actually.
I'm going to drop out now because I've got a shitload more work to do as well. So,
and I've got to go.
And I've got to.
That's fine. I'll just end the call and I'll switch to Battlefield 4. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you in a few minutes, I guess. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably jump in. I'll just watch on the side chat as well. So.
All right.
Yeah, you might see me on side chat.
All right.
See you guys later.
All right. See you.
See ya. Bye.
See you. Bye.